The Linux Command Line Beginner's Guide. Written by Jonathan Moeller. Narrated by Madison Niederhauser. Introduction. Welcome to the Linux Command Line Beginner's Guide. If you are listening to this book, you're curious about learning to use the command line interface in the Linux operating system. Fortunately, you've come to the right place. The Linux Command Line Beginner's Guide will teach you the underlying concepts and principles of the Linux command line and show you powerful commands to make the full use of Linux. What is Linux? What exactly is Linux, though? Undoubtedly, you've used or heard of numerous versions of Linux, Ubuntu Linux or Linux Mint or Red Hat Linux. There is a bewildering array of operating systems that call themselves Linux. DistroWatch.org, a popular Linux website, tracks the popularity of 100 different Linux versions on its front page, and there are many hundreds more. With so many different varieties, what exactly constitutes a Linux operating system? Linux generally refers to a family of free operating systems based on the Linux kernel. A kernel is the core component of a computer operating system. The Linux kernel is freely available both to download and modify, and any operating system that runs off the Linux kernel can call itself a Linux operating system. Because it is free and users have the right to modify it however they please, Linux has been used for a vast array of practical applications. The history of Linux is long and complex, but we can provide a quick overview here. During the late 1960s and 1970s, AT&T's Bell Labs developed the Unix operating system. Unix was a powerful operating system, and universities across the United States soon used it in their computer labs. However, universities could not modify Unix to suit their individual needs. AT&T retained rights to the source code, which prohibited any alteration of Unix. In response to this, computer programmer Richard Stallman launched the GNU project in 1983. GNU stands for GNUs, not Unix. Stallman hoped to use the GNU project to create an operating system similar to Unix that was nonetheless free to alter and distribute under the principle of free software, a philosophical position which argued that all software should be free to distribute and alter.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?